Okay, black people, listen, this is a conversation that has long been overdue, and we need to talk about it, especially in light of this article, because I feel like some people are really missing the point. So the article title says, Alabama anti-DEI law shuts down Black Student Union office, Queer Resource Center at flagship university. Now, do you hear this? They shut down a Black Student Union office and a queer resource center at a flagship university in the state of Alabama. As someone who is both black and LGBT, heavy on the T, I feel uniquely qualified to speak about this particular subject matter because it is personal to me in both instances, both as being someone who is a minority in terms of my race and also a minority in terms of my gender identity. Because, see, from my perspective, you can't be homophobic or transphobic, but then turn around and be pro-black, because it doesn't align. The fact that you can see how you are being oppressed but not be able to understand and empathize with someone else's oppression is really what they want to happen amongst those of us who are fighting for scraps at the bottom. The reality is, if it's not white and male and straight, they hate all of us. So why are we fighting amongst each other? I say this all the time. If you're not rich, you can't afford to be homophobic or transphobic. You got other things to worry about. Because based on the way that they're overturning DEI laws, they don't want black people at the table. They don't want black women, black men. They don't want white women at the table. They don't want Indian people, Chinese people. They don't want LGBTQ people at the table. They don't want anything that is not white and male sitting at that table. And at some point, you have to wake up and see that. And this is why it's so frustrating to me when I see people of color who come out and say that they're voting for Donald Trump. How can you vote for Donald Trump when he is clearly aligned with the people who are overturning DEI? When I know on the right they say DEI stands for didn't earn it. But if we created it, and by we I mean people of a certain hue, if we created the infrastructure that allows much of what exists today to exist, we certainly earned it. In closing, let me say this. We don't all have to operate from the same beliefs and values. I believe and respect your right to believe as you choose. I'm not here to convince you otherwise. If you disagree with people being trans, that is fine. If you disagree with someone's sexual orientation, that is fine. The issue becomes when you begin to vote against your own interests, not realizing that you're doing so because you're voting against someone else's interests. The bottom line is life is much simpler when we all mind our own bodies and mind our own business. That is it for today's video. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.